So I created a clothing brand after I graduated high school, and that brand was mainly based around God, oddly enough. Even though I didn't proclaim myself to be Christian, I wasn't really identified with the Bible. I based a lot of my designs around the cross and verses and just eternity. So looking back, I'm like, wow, like I'm very happy that I did that I had that inspiration in my mind at the time, even though I didn't know what was why. So then that was 2019, and then I started to get really sick, and I went into a state of comatosis. And during that time, I couldn't get out of bed for 2 entire months. I didn't leave my room for 2 months. I literally was so weak that I could not get out of my bed to leave my room for that amount of time. So it was just day and night laying there, looking at the ceiling, hoping things would get better, and praying, constantly being in prayer, but also being terrified at the same time, because I didn't know what was to come of my situation. It felt like eternity that I was laying there alone. Mostly my mom and dad would come in and check on me, but they thought that I was just depressed and that I was choosing to lay there and be unresponsive. So a little prior to that, I was going on walks a lot with my mom, and she always was tracking ever since I could remember. May 21st, she was in the stores wearing the t-shirts, handing out tracts, and I was embarrassed, but I wanted to be a part of it. Like, even though I was only 11 years old, I was like, this is cool. Like, what is going on? The world's ending. Like, what? Mom? So, I was handing out tracts with her, and everything was going okay. I was super down, but I saw that she got something from giving that tract to a potential sheep. And every now and then I'd be like, give me a tract, Mom, and I'd offer it to someone. And then eventually I passed the coma state, and actually rewind. While I was in the coma, I was extremely blessed to listen to E-Bible Fellowship by my mom. She would come down on Sundays when I was in the hospital and play hymns for me. She would play the Q&A for me. And even when I was just at home in the really sick state, she would still do the same for me, and I would crawl down the steps sometimes when I had the energy, and she would always have the 24/7 recorder playing, So I would lay on the floor next to the couch where she was sleeping, and I would just be up all night listening to the Word. And sometimes it would be the Q&As on repeat for the entire night, and I didn't want to hear it anymore. It got to that point. So I took a break when I was in the hospital. It was a lot.